Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got
Kyle McIntyre.
And on the line, it's been a long time coming, we have Mr. Will Lehew from the Just Surprise Me podcast. Say hi to everybody. That's your time, baby.
Don't tell him what to do.
You can't tell me.
I'm going to do it, but not because you told me to.
Yeah. How's it going, Will?
Hello, everyone. It's going good, man. Just enjoying some not Keystone.
Yeah, some Natural Lights.
Yeah,
Indeed.
the old switcheroo.
Yeah, we pulled the old switcheroo. We put a poll up on Instagram for Natural Lights or Keystone Lights. And Keystone, it was like really neck and neck. But Keystone, it was like, I think it was like 40-something people voted, which I'm like, why? And it was like back and forth. It kept going and going and going, which I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Keystone won, but I went to the local liquor store around here. No Keystone Lights. Jack shit for that. So,
boy,
runner up is Natural Light.
We saw your poll, but we voted for Natural.
Yeah, we will do Keystone Lights. We'll have a redemption for those. But you're drinking Natural Lights. Where are you calling from?
The lovely suburbs of the great city of Nashville, Tennessee.
There you go. So we're pretty far away from each other, but we're both enjoying. We're all enjoying.
What's the weather like there?
What's the weather?
Yeah.
Currently,
we could talk about the whole time.
About 27 degrees.
27?
It's abnormally cold, yes.
Damn.
Jesus. Fucking sucked. The high today was like 40. It was miserable.
Yeah, it was really, really nice here in San Diego today.
Jesus.
I was like super. It was great.
That's the thing about here, man, is you never know, dude, because last year on Thanksgiving, it was like tank top and shorts. It's like fucking 75 degrees. And now it's 27.
It was a tank day. We were like, it was like Tiananmen Square.
Showing off the Jesus Christ. Showing off the guns.
Gotta let the pit hair.
Yeah, you gotta braid that shit.
Yeah. Some people have back hair. I don't have any back hair. But that could be something to worry about if you have, wearing tank tops.
Yeah, still time, Brian. You can work on it, man.
One of these days I'm gonna grow up.
Yeah.
When I hit puberty, man, it's gonna be dope.
You fucking lit. Yeah, I got back hair.
I posted a picture and somebody was talking shit about my mustache because I don't post a lot.
Were they talking shit? Or were they actually saying good mustache?
I don't know. On my personal page, I don't really do a lot on there. I just lurk. And then somebody's like, "Nice mustache, man." I'm like, motherfucker.
They said nice stash.
Nice stash. I got a stash for you, pal.
And then they did finger guns.
Oh, you can't tell with finger guns. Anyway, this is a long. Yeah. Okay. We're having too much fun here. Too much the natties, baby.
I'm already on my second one. So.
Me too. Let's jump
too.
into the what's new. Kyle, what is shaking? What is grooving? What is good in your life?
All right. Well, it's not been super exciting, but I did.
Oh boy,
I know. So get ready, buckle down, everyone. This is a good one. No, I've been making songs and posting them on YouTube.
Ooh, this is a little juicy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm starting to write off.
Yep.
So I've been and then on the low, so we're starting high. I know I'm setting you guys up. Yeah. So posting videos, right?
Hot tracks.
Oh man, like I make it that night, just right out of the oven, just put them right up on the tube.
He's a beat maker.
Yeah,
beat master.
They're my synth tracks.
Master beater.
Master Beater?
Yeah.
That's a better name I should have picked.
That's all I'm going to call you from now on.
Yeah.
Master Beater.
You just see Kyle in his dark garage with his RGB computer with headphones.
You need fucking business cards, dude.
Yes. Your wife comes in. What are you doing? I'm baiting.
I'm baiting. So anyways, take the track, put it on, I put it in, just make a simple video. Mm-hmm. And then put it on YouTube. And I've done that like maybe 10 times already with just tracks I've made. The other night, put one up and I saw a new icon on the video that said copyright claimant or copyright dispute. I'm like, okay, it's probably the video because I just been pulling them offline. Yeah. They're not like charge site or anything, or I'm not stealing them from a charge site, but they're they're just GIFs. So I've just been like recycling GIFs or looping them.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, fine. This one, I'm like, fuck, man. So
I guess I found a GIF that was the wrong one.
Pull it down, rework it. I didn't want to change the GIF though. So I was testing. I'm like, okay, well, let me see how far YouTube can sense how, if I've altered the video, right? So I start changing the graphics or color and then changing, like, make it blocky, post it. Still, same thing. I'm like, what the fuck? Did it again. I'm like, all right, let me click this icon. Click it, and it tells me my song.
The actual music.
Yeah, the actual music that I made.
Original music.
Yeah, original music that I made on my computer like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Probably more, because I've been fighting this fucking thing. Anyways.
Tooth and nail with this motherfucker.
And then...
coming after me, a fucking creation.
Fuck you, YouTube. I got the WAV file.
I'm a fucking genius here.
You goddamn...
Yeah, so anyways, it's kind of cool. I mean, it pissed me off, right? But it tells me the song that it's in dispute with.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Mm-hmm. It tells me the segment of the song that it's in dispute with and who owns it.
Yeah.
And then I was super pissed. I'm like, what the fuck? So I loaded that song list. I'm like, this is like a fucking gospel, like Christian folk country song. And I'm like, okay, I fast forward to the part. I'm like, it's just the same chord progression. But it's kind of interesting how they could pick that up. And it's in the same key too. You know, because I don't know, I'm lazy. I'm not gonna like play the black keys on the synth, you know. I'm like, that's a little harder, trip up on those.
Yeah. So that's totally weird. And you're saying it's like totally like different instruments and stuff like that. Yeah. It's not like synthesizer.
Yeah, it was like recorded bass, guitar
and stuff like that.
Yeah, and mine are
like how did
digital.
It's so weird how it caught that, but
it told me from this second or this time to this time is in dispute.
But you emailed them back and told them like, look, step up on this mic, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, so it let me send it like a complaint. It let me send it to the person, the owner.
You Karen'd them.
Yeah, I was like, I want to speak to your fucking manager. Anyways,
so I'm confused. Did like an algorithm catch it, or did the other artist?
No,
yeah,
it was like 12. It was 12 at night. I doubt someone's like staying up like
and
watching.
It's also like not to like downplay Kyle. He's getting started, but it's not like he has like thousands and hundreds of thousands, millions of subscribers on his YouTube channel. But it's like. How did it only found it because it was like it caught something,
and it still let me post it. It just said I couldn't monetize my video. I'm like, first of all, I'm not like gonna make it big on.
But you never know. It could be.
It's that one thing could blow up, and then it still has a
you don't want to deal
copyright claim.
Yeah,
on
you don't want to deal with it down the line, and it's kind of like it's your own fucking music.
Yeah, so I sent it off. That this is my original music. It has what's your proof? And I own everything. I produce this myself. It's not a cover for anything, or based off anything. Yeah. And like a day later, at 4 a.m, it was scrubbed.
You're free man now.
Which is I looked. It was
it was expunged.
It was a subsidiary of Capitol Records, but in Australia.
Oh,
so I'm like, all right, 4 a.m. That makes sense.
Yeah. Fuck that.
So I'm free at last.
Fucking Aussies holding you down.
Yeah. So it's cool. I mean, I thought it was kind of interesting. I'm like, I'm gonna take care of this right now. If not, like if it was a big issue, I mean,
you just changed
it took
that
me
part,
fucking 20 minutes to make that song. So
you were slaving over the stove for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
On that.
So essentially, you got C&D'd by an Australian gospel band.
Yeah.
That's
pretty
crazy.
Much.
That's pretty fucking rad.
Yeah.
For your you're already catching heat. These songs are Kyle. You're
catching his hands. How about that?
You don't want this smoke. Kyle's coming at you.
Yeah. So I told him I'd sick my lawyer.
Yeah.
My lawyers. My team.
Yeah.
Legal team.
Yeah.
I got my right one and my left. That's what's
and that's what I'm using to type on the.
Nice. All right, what else you got?
So I am working on a project with my bass. So my bass. A piece of wood arrived that happens to be shaped like a bass.
Yeah.
And I'm working on it.
Yeah.
So
always with the projects, man.
Well, dude,
the projects, PJs.
So shocker, it's based off the Meteora. Mm-hmm. It's a P base though.
It's a Beatin.
It's a B. It's a PB-Aura.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll sand it down, just going over kind of colors that I want to do on it, and I kind of settled on one. So I was going to do red or...
Yeah.
I don't want to do green. I already did green, so settle on.
So you doing stain?
I'm doing a dye, actually.
A dye.
Okay,
Kata,
so is that different?
Usually stains are considered like natural colors. And they're... Well, I mean...
I got you.
Was the green Meteora, was that a stain?
No, it was also a dye.
Okay.
So it's like the dye comes in a little bottle and you mix it with water or alcohol and you apply it. So, and that's what I did. And
so a similar process to the Meteora, the green one.
Yeah, I actually got the same brand.
Gotcha. That turned out really well. Yeah.
Yeah. And
it did.
Still need to do some stuff on that Meteora. Mm-hmm. Just taking notes from you because you're a guitar player. Mm-hmm. So I'm just to discount everything you say.
So I played it at band practice, and I was like, "Oh, cool!" It's only kind of playing it at either at Kyle's place or at my in my bedroom,
home studio.
Cool. Yeah, home studio. Yeah. At band practice, that's when you notice things. I'm like, okay, cool. Like Kyle, I knew you had made like a remark about the volume knob being so close to the pickup.
Yes, yeah.
And I was like, it's very smooth. It's one of the Gun Street ones. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, cool. I was like, no, dude, it's totally cool because you can do volume swells and stuff like that. And then we were playing, and I knocked it. I like the next song, I knocked it. I turned it off. I'm like, fuck, you're right.
And that shit rolls like all the way down.
Yep. It's like, was it the bottle cap challenge where some people kick the water bottle and just barely touch it? It's like that. Where I hit the fucking volume knob, and we're all way gone now. And then anyway, so moving that just pretty much away would be good. Yeah. And then like that bridge pickup, lowering it, and then string
about
tree,
like an 1/8 inch or whatever. We'll see what we can do on it.
Yeah, just playing it. The E, so the first string just pops out sometimes if you play too hard.
Just tell everyone how shitty I built this thing.
It's going there, so it's cool because it's the R&D of the guitar. This guitar has never been made before. You're actually the first one to make like a Meteora type guitar with a P90. And an Evertune.
Yeah, I feel like I made everything and had the original idea for the body, which I like. Thank you. I did do that.
What neck did you use?
It's a Warmoth neck. It's the fat back from Warmoth.
It's very big.
It's huge.
It's very big.
It's like bigger. It's bigger
right
than. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough, but it feels good.
Yeah, it's cool. So it's a work in progress. So when you get your bass going on too, you'll be playing it at shows, playing it at practice, and figure out things you want to do.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put this is the plan for the bass. I don't know if I want to spoil it, but I think I will. I'm gonna put standard split coil in it, right? Just and do a bass lines
because the P bass kind
of. I want to sound like me, like Kyle, but I also want to have another pickup in there. So I had it routed for like a soap bar. Yeah. So I'm gonna get a B90.
So Sarek
B90.
Yeah.
So
it's their like bass P90. That's cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was that was a thing. That's pretty awesome.
It's pretty cool. So I saw it I think when I was scrolling through his basses, and I was like, that's interesting. That's an interesting bass, like that pickup.
Yeah.
And then I was looking on Reverb, and I'm like, oh shit, he sells just the pickup. Mm-hmm. I'm like, damn, I want that.
Nice.
So throw it on there. I might have to route it so it sits lower.
Yes.
Hold on. Yes, I will. What's cool, I already talked to him about it. He sent me a template over, so give it to a luthier.
Yeah.
But I guess what I did just today or yesterday and today is I dyed it that really bright ass purple. It's like it's like royal purple. It's like Mardi Gras purple.
Your royal lineage there, Kyle. To go along with that.
Shit.
What are you using to clear it?
I don't know. I don't know yet. I think I want it really shiny.
Dude, so true oil and cut it with naphtha.
We can't get naphtha here.
Oh, really?
Yep, California.
Not in Cali.
Yeah, you can send some though. Send some.
Send some to your buddy in Arizona.
I'll throw you 20 or something.
Yeah, am I going to go to EPA prison?
Yeah,
probably.
No, the EPA doesn't give a shit about that. I'm sure they do, but California is super Like if anything's liquid, off gases, strangely they don't like it. So.
Over here in Cali.
Well, you guys do tend to combust regularly, so
yeah,
I could understand maybe a little bit of a
it's a yearly thing. I think
they care about the air quality, but not about the homeless problem. So I mean, let's get political here.
Okay.
Anyways,
damn,
Jesus,
one thing at a time, Kyle.
I know.
Fuck.
Boom, boom, boom. What you got?
you're getting fired up on these natties, baby.
I know. Well, I'm going to San Francisco, which has the biggest. That's my next what's new.
There you go.
Tomorrow I'm flying to San Francisco for the weekend.
There you go. Letting your hair down with the old wifey there.
Yeah, so it should be fun. Don't know what we're doing.
That's the best way, just to like hang out.
Just like
Yeah, dude. That's the best way to do it.
no plan, no expectations.
Yeah.
No,
I guess
can't let yourself down when you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, just you're there to hang out and have fun. So
Yeah.
that'll be cool. Nice.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Little break from work. Well, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice. What about you, Will? What's new in your world? What's shaking?
You mean from the last time that I was on the podcast?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Yes.
Yeah.
Since
Start from day one.
day one.
All right.
So what got you into music? And no, it's not.
No, man. Recently, guitar wise, I picked up a 2003 Telecaster Custom with the wide range in the neck and a single coil in the bridge.
That's
at a
very
pawn
tight.
shop. And not normally would my jam. Like I'm not a huge single coil guy. I do love Strats, but that's usually the extent of my single coil.
And that's very single coily guitar.
Yeah.
Right.
A Strat.
Right. But that's like the only thing that I've found that I really enjoyed single coils in. But this, I don't know, man. It just like it's kind of beat up, but it's beat up in like perfectly. It's great.
All the right ways. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And brought it. Yeah, I played it there. Picked it up, man. I ordered a Gun Street wiring harness, which I don't know. Sean must have had it pre-made because it like came instantly. It's like I thought about it and poof.
No, dude, that's just how he is, man.
Yeah. He's pretty quick.
You like message him at 4 a.m. He's like, dude, it's done at 5.
Isn't he like moved into his new shop or?
I don't know.
He said they were moving.
He's
I talked
moving.
to him
Maybe.
this
I
week,
think it's just a
and
long process.
Yeah.
He said they were clearing everything out of the pipeline so they could move.
Nice.
Was why it happened so fast.
Nice. Yeah. No, that's really cool. Big shout out to Sean. He also did. Eric from Modern Love did a wiring harness for his guitar. So he's he's getting around. He's doing a lot of shit. A lot of cool stuff.
He really is great, man. And, he doesn't sponsor me or anything, but this is my 3rd or 4th harness that I bought for him, and they're all badass.
Yeah,
so.
He doesn't. He's just a good buddy.
I got like 6, dude. So like, stop flexing on a fool.
I really think it's cool because it's like a lot of dumb ideas you can throw his way, and he'll do it. Yeah. Like on my P bass, I'm like, can you do a volume and a kill switch? He's like,
hell yeah.
But I want a big one. He's like, yes.
He's like, I am firing up the soldering iron right now.
It's like, cool. I want like a giant one that you would turn on a pressure cooker or something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, the one that's in my pink V is ridiculous. He sent it to me, and I looked at it, and I was like, well, there's like, 8 caps on there. And
it looks so cool, too.
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah. It's kind of like
I want to know, but I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Right. So I got the harness from Sean, and I also ordered a set of pickups from Brandon Well pickups from the
very cool
from the Guitar Nubs.
Yeah,
I got his T-wide his wide range that he does,
which is like an actual wide range,
right?
From what I heard,
yeah,
it's the actual.
It's, other than the magnet, which they can't get anymore, it's exactly the spec. Like even the pull of the magnets and everything inside. So
that's very cool.
So I'm waiting on that to come in, and picked up a couple pedals yesterday. I got one of those Joyo tremolos, with the dog on it. I've always heard good things, and guy sold one for $20 locally, so I picked it up. It's okay.
It's a tremolo.
It's a $20 pedal. Yeah,
yeah. It's a trim, and that's the thing.
It does the trim thing.
Yep.
Well, that's all we needed for it to do.
I also picked up the DoD Carcosa because I got it was my birthday recently. I got some reverb bucks for my birthday.
Nice.
And I wanted a cheap fuzz. And
I got one.
It's pretty damn rad.
How are you? Yeah. what? I don't remember how that one is. It like a super spuddery kind of deal, or
it's kind of everything. Honestly, it's pretty damn versatile, especially for. I think I paid like $60 shipped for it.
Yeah.
I know Kyle has one.
I got one for free right now. I think what's his name has it. Sean Pierce Johnson.
Gotcha.
He's got mine.
Yeah.
But I know you're not a fuzz guy, Brian. But
Nope.
you should really try it, man, because it covers the spectrum.
All right, I'll have to check it out. I just
Do you hear how reluctant he sounded when he said that? I'll check it out.
He did. Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. Oh shit! My mom's calling. I gotta go. Bye.
Yeah. Translates into so what's new for me is
Yeah.
No, that's tight. So you're getting along with it. That's cool.
yeah.
Brian, what's new with you?
I got a few things. So ran into our buddy Pat. So if you remember from a few episodes ago,
Yeah.
the guy that I sold the broken
Oh yeah.
6x10.
Can I leave the room for this one? I feel like
Two.
you're
I
side-eyeing me.
ran into him at our rehearsal space. I was kind of dropping off a few things, and then I ran into him, and I'm like, so I was like, hey, so how's that 6x10? Did you ever figure that out? And he's like, yeah, dude, I fixed it in like a few minutes. It's like there was a cable that was like one of the speakers was wired backwards. That was it. And he fixed it right away. And I just fucking started laughing. I'm like, well, it's out of my hair. You have it. It was a learning experience. And he's super stoked on it. Yeah, he was super stoked on it. He's like, yeah, cool. And that dude is
how much was this worth? Like,
yeah, I was going to sell it for around $300. I sold it to him for $80.
You're so nice, Brian.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
charitable,
whatever. It's like
no,
I love to give Kyle shit about it, and it's also it's whatever. It's friends. It's just one of the studio mates over there, and then so he's got a good deal, and he's going to use it for his band and stuff like that. But he's just a deal hound. I was talking to him. I'm like he has like a late '70s JMP Marshall that he bought for $200.
Jesus.
He's like, yeah, dude. It's like, I think tubes were blown out, and he just fixed it. And he's like, yeah, dude, fucking right away, dude. And then he got an unloaded Bogner 2x12, brand new. Like, it was just somebody took the speakers out of it. Looked like it had the cover and everything. He's got it for $300.
Why would anyone do that?
I don't know, because I think they were just like, well, I don't have speakers for it. And it's a 2x12 that's almost as big as a 4x12.
Jesus.
So I think people are just like, get this fuck out of my life. But it's like, those Bogners are supposed to be like a really great 2x12 because they're so big. Anyway, so this guy, it's just a funny story that we ran into him. Like, damn, well, hey, some people some people
have all the luck.
Exactly. I'm like, this guy's a good deal hound.
Will's a deal hound too. You see this guy?
Yeah. Will's willing and dealing. Whatever. Wheeling and dealing.
Willing.
Yeah. Okay. I tried that. That didn't work.
Hey.
So I'm off work for about like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and I am definitely digging it. So that's cool.
You lazy fuck.
I'm trying to getting back to the gym and stuff like that. And I was like trying to think. I'm like, I think I have like the opposite of body dysmorphia. Whereas, like, I go to the gym once, and I think I'm the fucking man.
That's good, I guess.
think I'm like Hercules. I'm like, dude, I fucking, like, bench press 47 pounds. I gave the elliptical hell for 20 minutes. Dude, I'm fucking, boom, stunting.
30-minute workout, 30 minutes for flexing.
Yep. Oh, man. It's anyway, so I mean that's just something I thought of. I'm like, it's so stupid that I'm like, man, I like that pump that I get from my chest when I lift the weights. But
that's like the worst fucking term, dude. Like, man,
the pump.
I've started Operation Bye Bye Fat Ass myself, and like you read all the. You start reading the magazines and you read the fuck. I don't really understand what the fuck it's talking about.
Yeah,
it makes me giggle every time I read it. They're like, "Oh, you got great pumps with this." And I'm like, I bet you do.
I got a pump for you, pal.
Yeah, pump.
But yeah, I mean, besides that, I mean, I have been starting to do. I had mentioned it in the last episode, starting videos with my phone. Started recording it. I got the Filmic Pro app. RJ recommended it, and it's great. It really gets the most out of your phone. Anyways, that I bought a couple things to do the videos. I bought a couple Rode mics. So where they plug, directly into your smartphone.
Are they the podcast Rode mics?
They are not the
podcast specific.
No, they are the Video Pro mics.
This is not even any better.
And one of them is
we talked shit about that last time.
Yeah, it's not last. I got one of them. It's the lavalier mics. It's the smart lavalier that goes into your smartphone. Works out really well. And then one of them is the Video Pro mic that goes into your phone, and that coupled with the shitty lights that I have, which is the next thing I need to get that. But I got the clamp for my phone to go onto a tripod that I bought, and I'm trying to step up my game and do something cool because I think it'll be a lot of fun for Instagram and maybe YouTube. We need to pump some life, breathe life into that that avenue.
Just let me know, dude. I can post like songs in there just randomly.
You could, I might as well. Fuck it.
Copyrighted. Get the cops.
We get the copyright coming. But yeah, no, so far so good. It's like the Rode Video Pro or whatever Pro mic. It's like a little shotgun type mic that goes onto your
video specific microphone.
Yeah, and people use them for DSLRs and stuff like that.
Man, Joe swears by that company. Like on our show, like that's what he uses.
They have a lot of great stuff, actually.
And
I think it's just like the marketing does work, especially when I know we talk shit about like the Procaster mic or whatever, but they sound great and they work great in the Procaster, board or whatever. Yeah. A lot of podcasts use them, and if they work, they work.
We usually wait
as a guy who like didn't know anything about this shit. Like when I started doing this, because literally when we started podcasting, like I was like, I listened to them all the time. I can fucking do this, like. But it's helpful to have shit like that because, I had no audio experience or no anything. And you look at that and be like, well, that's a podcast mic. Fucking work.
We usually wait like at least 6 episodes before we start backpedaling.
Yeah. I'm always doing that. But it's fine. I do like that because I'm like, I don't know anything about video. And it like a lot of people recommend the video mic. RJ recommended it. So a friend, your co-host, Will, recommended it. And I'm like, all right, that's what I'm gonna get, and I get it. I'm like, yeah, it works. It's great. And then the lavalier mic, I'm like, it's cool. I mean, we can use it for videos and also use it for. I was thinking podcasting. I want to do if we ever go on trips or whatever, I could just if you're Kyle, you're driving, I could just clip that to you, so you have a lav mic instead of using the XY. And I'm like, yeah, it'd be pretty funny. So it's goodbye. So far the audio and video sound great. Now I just need to edit the video. I have one down right now. I'm kind of just trying ideas. They're not groundbreaking. I basically just tried. I did basically the last episode we talked about gain stacking. So I did that into a video. Spoiler alert.
You're stealing ideas, I guess, from the podcast.
Yeah, because it's the fucking podcast that I'm posting it on. Boom. Gotcha, bitch. Anyway, so I'm trying to stray away from pedal demos and stuff like that because I think that's a lot of people do that. But I'm probably going to end up doing that because
do some shootouts, dude.
That's what I'm going to try and do.
You have a great MXR selection over there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe budget pedal like MXRs compared to their more boutique counterparts and stuff like that. But so far so good. I'm really excited about it. I think it's looking good. So I got a lot of good positive reinforcement from a lot of people.
Not from me yet, so I'm
not from you.
I'm waiting to see
once it's done. But shout out to Sean Wright. He's given me a lot of insight, and he's really excited about it. So that's cool. I mean, to get people pushing you to do something, and I'm like, I need to learn how to do this.
Doesn't take much to get the guy excited, though.
Yeah, no, I'm yeah. Hey,
he's like,
no,
take it easy.
He's all like angry Michigan Yoda.
Yeah. No, Sean's definitely he's got a lot of good.
Well, it's great that he's supporting you.
Yeah, he's got some good advice here. So that was kind of it. I did sell a thing that was really boring, so I guess I'll mention that. I sold my. I had a Whirlwind Pod DI that I was using to record the podcast when we did remote stuff, and now that I figured you could do it through the Focusrite, I sold it. And
and that's my Focusrite.
Yep.
So I'm gonna sell that.
No. So I mean, I got $50, $60.
You sell it locally or you sell
No,
it?
sold on Reverb. So like,
Nice.
I mean, I'll see what the tax they take out of it. You know,
Depends on where it's going, though.
$50 out of here
Right.
going, and then stoked on that. So let's jump into a topic. What do you say?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Kyle, do you want to? This kind of goes off of your what's new, what you've been working on.
Yeah.
You want to introduce this one here?
Yeah, so guitar finishes.
Yes.
So, what are your favorite? And so there's no wrong answer.
And what are some of your
Well, what are some of the hitters and shitters?
the hitters and shitters of guitar
bring it back.
finishes? Yeah, there's
So,
So you're talking about
everyone knows I hate bursts, right?
So there's burst, there's
Yeah.
stains, there's natural, there's paint,
yeah,
there's sparkle paint.
crackle.
What about finish over finish type thing?
Yeah. Or
Crackle.
relic. I mean, that I consider that a finish. I mean, that's
Yeah, I guess.
a
Yeah.
technique, I
A
guess,
type,
is more.
yeah.
But when you can see through the layers, I mean, that's part of.
So, yeah.
There's like multiple finishes there, man.
So, okay, how about you lead it off? What are some of your, maybe do you want to do
Some of my favorite ones.
favorite ones? What,
Okay, let's start positive.
Because you're actually doing this type of shit.
Well,
Like you painted a couple of my guitars and you're finishing some of yours already.
okay. So some of my favorite to view, maybe not to use. I like those, like the vintage car look, like those like vintage auto paints.
So solid.
Yeah, like the solid like pastel colors, like.
Gotcha.
Right.
And then also some, not the heavy flake, but some of those metallic-y, I don't know, but they're still classic colors. They're not like super bright.
What
you
about
know.
like sparkly?
Yeah. That's what I'm getting
Sparkle's
at.
cool.
You're talking
Yeah.
about like small flake.
Small flake, not like heavy flake. It looks like a garage floor, like the
Right.
like cornflakes on the ground.
What about like okay, for solid colors, that's a whole big thing.
Yeah.
Are there certain ones that you're like, fuck off with that? I like the wacky, weird, zany
Some
solid
of the
colors.
bright yellows and the super bright greens, like
graffiti
super
yellow.
Graffiti yellow
like
for life.
no, okay, not graffiti yellow, but like the
Highlighter yellow.
like high vis yellow, like on a jacket, like
Yeah.
on a guitar that's super metal looking.
You're
it'd be
talking about
tight.
like 85 Jackson.
That's
Yeah,
tight.
there you go. Sure, Jackson. Yep, that's they make them all the time.
More for me, I guess.
I don't know. I don't really like it, but I mean that's super bright. It's also I'm not of that limey, greeny, or lemony snicket
Slimer
color.
green.
Yeah, no, Slimer green's like a dark green. That's cool.
Oh, I guess yeah. I think of like the Slimer soda or
trying
like
to think
the
of, like, a
Slimer
comparable color.
Slimer High C is what I think of.
Yeah, but highlighter's probably
Holy
a
shit, I
close.
forgot about that.
Slimer High C. Oh man, my friends would always get that, and I was like, man, I want that. I'm like, I got crappy sun.
Safari Blast. Or
Oh,
whatever.
that's the worst one. Is Safari something.
Yeah, whatever.
We used to have the jugs, man. You know, the little jugs of juice.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
thanks, poverty.
Do you
See
ever
you tomorrow.
remember like the orange juice that you would get from like the frozen thing that you would mix with water?
Oh yeah, the concentrate.
That
Fucking
is
bologna sandwich and fruit barrel.
Oh,
again.
man.
Oh god, I hated that.
Make my
'cause you
mouth
would
water,
Make
guys.
your orange juice with that shit.
And then like you have like lima beans for some reason.
Oh god, that was fucking.
You're like, wow, I really am poor.
And then I was like, one
That's
day,
finger food right
like
there.
one day I decided to be like, oh, let me take a spoonful of that like concentrate frozen
yeah.
orange thing. I was like,
Eyes roll back and
I just like fucking like that's so much fucking sugar,
Oh,
so
man.
much fucking shit just hitting
Hell
you
yeah.
at once.
Turns into Ric Flair, man.
Yeah,
So I don't know, those super, super bright colors.
those are a
kinda-
no go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'll like them one day.
But solids,
I'm only getting older though.
yeah.
Right, slow down with that guitar.
All right, keep it going. What are some other good ones? Some hitters and some shitters.
Me or for? I mean, Will, what's your favorite?
Let's switch it to Will. Will,
Will.
you give us. You got some favorites. You got some non-favorites that you want to mention.
The
Dishonorable mentions.
give me the old bass boat sparkle. Like the bigger the flake, the better.
I thought you were going to say Real Tree.
better.
Real
Yeah.
Tree camo is your favorite finish.
Yeah.
A camo guitar.
Is that a redneck joke? Is that
No, I was just you said bass boat. That's where I just pictured like something on that is going to be covered in some camo maybe.
Yeah, I guess
maybe just a cooler.
I guess that analogy is probably pretty regional.
Yeah.
But bass boats have giant, like really big flake, super sparkly.
Okay.
I've got my Tallman. I've got a 97 Tallman that's like it's gold, but it's ridiculous.
Okay.
Absolutely ridiculous.
I love that. I love like the flashy guitars. That's like
we don't have a whole lot of water around here, so that's probably why it went right over me.
That's true.
I mean, we just have the whole fucking Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, but you don't
do
bass boat fishing in the through the waves there.
I guess. Okay, I don't know. What kind of fishing do you do? And can you fish in San Diego, right?
Yeah, you do like deep sea fishing on a big ass boat.
You got probably any kind of fucking species of fish you could possibly imagine.
Yeah,
I've never been. You guys fish?
I hate fishing.
I love fishing.
Fuck you. No.
Exact opposites. I fucking hate it. I love it.
No, it's not my thing. It's covered in blood and fish scales and
dude, fishing is sitting in a boat drinking beer. Like I don't give a shit.
I'm all about that.
But it's I guess
I love to like be in the boat, gossiping, drinking beers.
I'm not an angler. Like I don't go out fucking. Like, yeah. I got a family member that's like a professional fisherman, which is fucking ridiculous, but he is. And dude, I mean that guy, he's essentially a biologist. Like this motherfucker can tell you about like fish. You know what I mean? Like the motherfucker knows like where they live and what they favor this time of year, and if the wind's blowing this way and the fucking water temperature is 4 degrees higher than this, and female fish like it from behind. And
whoa, now we don't want to know how I found that one out.
Hey, dig it easy.
Well, like in here, it's like when you go deep sea fishing, it's like a day and a half or half day thing.
Yeah,
so
man,
it's like
fuck that shit,
it's a big deal. So you go out there, get covered in shit, and you're this is me for a day and a half.
Well, I've had a friend who he loved fishing, that was his thing, and he always talked to Kyle and I about like, oh yeah, if you're gonna go fishing, he's like, if you don't catch this many fish, you're a fucking failure. And he would like talk about like the monetary value of like, oh, you spent this much money to do this and get rent to. I'm like, I don't want to go with you.
Yeah,
yeah, dude. I'm just like, I'll take a fucking Walmart fishing pole, and hell, I don't even have to have a boat. My brother and I will just go sit on the fucking like bank of the river and sit in fucking camp chairs.
I mean, I can see that being like a fun thing.
But you came in case of Natty Lights.
You came and drink you came and drink near the water though in San Diego.
Yeah,
God, California just sounds awful.
Yeah,
like California sucks.
Well, when the riots start happening, you're like, well, maybe we should take away the thing that's making them mad.
Beer,
it's that Natty Light.
The Natty Light. I'm not disliking these.
No, these are pretty good actually.
Yeah.
But
sorry, Sean. Right?
New podcast beer.
Yeah, maybe
they have less flavor than Miller Lights. Yeah. Miller Light is the podcast
good thing.
Beer,
you want to be easy on the flavor.
Yeah,
that should be their motto.
Who needs flavor?
The flavor, la flavor.
But
that did not work.
But back to finishes, man. But yeah, the
thanks
the
for keeping
colors,
us on.
Like, I do what I can.
You're good host.
Okay, have you heard my fucking show? No, like I'm a total peacock when it comes to like bright colors and sparkle and everything. What I really hate relics. I really fucking hate relic guitars.
Really?
Like oh god.
Well, natural relic. If someone gets a ding in the guitar, you're like, fuck you.
If you relic your guitar, okay.
Yeah, man. If the guitar's 30 years old and it's beat to shit, cool. Like that's awesome. Like the telly that I was talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nicks in it. You can tell where somebody was fucking wailing on it, where the pick guard's all scratched up. You know what I mean?
All right.
Like, that shit's cool, but like fucking, you take a fucking Dremel tool and it's just, I don't know, man. Fucking stupid.
You like put a sander and just like set it there with like a 10-pound weight and just walk away from it.
It kills me that people will pay thousands of fucking dollars for a guitar that looks like you just threw it down the fucking stairs, man. Like,
yeah, it's stolen valor.
Yeah,
you didn't earn that. You didn't earn that.
Dude, totally. And I feel like a fucking douche saying that, but I'm gonna be a douche. It's fucking stupid.
Hey, you're on the Tone Jerks. We're all douches here.
That's right. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'll get down off the soapbox.
No, it's good. Yeah, I
that soapbox.
I don't mind relics when they look good.
Yeah,
like Nash guitars look great. I mean, the Fender Custom Shop ones.
I think
sometimes they're so expensive for what they are.
I think though, if you're like modifying the guitar for playability, some might say, "Oh, you're relicking the neck." If you're sanding the finish off, sometimes they look like you get through that first layer and then it starts turning brown or I don't know.
Yeah, my a lot of my relics are all just from mistakes that I've made. Like I have
I meant to do that.
I have a Strat with a Warmoth neck that I ordered when I was a kid, unfinished, because I was like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, right? And I never finished it, and it's now just covered in all my shit.
Did you know that your warranty is voided if you don't finish those?
Yeah, I didn't. Well, okay, if I'm going to go back from like, hey, 14, 15 years ago, I bought this neck.
They might. I don't know. But hold on. Roasted maple, though, is not included in that.
Yeah, you don't have to finish
it. So yeah. I'm good.
So, but mine, I think, is now sealed with all my gunk. There's nothing wrong with it.
So it's a finish.
Yeah, so I look at the relicking on that. A lot of that was all just mistakes and stuff like that. But no, I totally get it. I mean, I love, same with you, Will. I love the wacky finishes.
Yeah.
Like, I want them to be, Capri Orange, and Fender started doing those for their Mexican-made Strats, Tellys, like their basses and stuff.
Yeah. Those Bronco or Mustang basses?
Yes, and then also even for the P&J basses are all Capri Orange. I'm like, that is the coolest.
Dude, yeah,
color.
I love orange. Color. I love orange.
And I love that. And I'm like, dude, I should just totally get a Strat in that color.
Those fluorescent colors, though, it's like you should be out on the road working, though.
And they're not really even...
Have you seen that candy tangerine?
Yeah. It was like a deluxe or something like that. And and also graffiti yellow. I know I've bombarded you with text, Will. I'm like, dude, I really want, a graffiti yellow maple neck Strat. That'd be so sick.
Me too.
They're so cool. And tornadoes and stuff like that all came in those. And I'm like, man, that's such a cool color. I like the just weird ones. And so that's why I'm kind of glad that, Kyle, your base is going to be a purple as fuck kind of base.
I might change it. Actually, there's no going back.
Yeah, you're done.
It's in the fucking wood.
Yeah.
I could sand for hours or plane it down till it's a piece of sheet paper.
And just change the whole body shape, and you make it like one of those cigar box style guitars.
There it is, folks. Yeah. My Meteor bass.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's cool. I like bursts. I guess I just like, was it a 3-tone burst is what my bass is, the one that you fucking hate. I get it. Mm-hmm. I think it's cool. I like it. I like that.
And I hate it just because of the color.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Okay. I think ones that I don't like are the burled kind of tops.
The flame, the super gaudy looking.
Yeah, the flames and the weird shit where they do the stains. That's one thing
I think flames acceptable.
I can do without. It's really the burled, the really crazy.
It really depends on the guitar, dude.
Yeah.
None of the guitars that I like and would play have that. So I'm like, yeah, you can miss me with that shit. But you can have it rainbow, you can have it neon, you can have it just dragged behind a car for a couple hours, and I'm totally fine with that. But it's those really burled, expensive, Kiesel does them, PRS does them.
I was gonna say, so you're not a Paul Reed Smith guy?
No, I don't know. I think you could have a cool Paul Reed Smith. I'm not opposed to any of those guitars. I'm just they don't grab it. They don't
grab you.
Yeah, they don't grab me.
I got you.
I guess with bursts that I hate. There's
Besides
a lot.
Mine.
There's a lot. I think you're just a basic bitch bass. That's all it is. It's a triple B. It's the Better Business Bureau of basses.
Yeah.
I can't believe I said that. It's my third beer.
That's a pretty good one. I like it.
Not drunk,
I think I like it because it's kind of just a basic thing. Whatever. Anyways, I'm not going to plead for it.
Well, okay, let's stick on that. I like when, I know this is probably in the relic zone, but when someone finishes over it and you can see where they've worn through the paint.
Okay.
And it's it was burst before. And I'm like, that's cool. But when the whole thing, it's that's just too much.
I was watching one of the YouTube channels that I do like watching for guitar is the Rhett Shull. He showed off one of his new Novo guitars, which is colored
Novo, yeah.
So it's a sunburst that's covered over with Mary Kay white.
Yeah.
And then it's relic, so you can see the sunburst. I'm like, that looks fucking sick. I bet the guitar's $6,000.
Jesus.
It's not that sick.
Christ.
No.
Anyway,
but I'm sure you got a deal, whatever. Anyways.
The bursts that I hate are the Antigua bursts.
Ooh.
Oh, the gray kind of.
Well, it's the white and the gray and it looks dirty, but
Antigua's gross, man.
like perfectly formed, nasty shit.
Yeah.
Around the outside. But another one, I don't really like Silver Burst.
Gotcha.
There's a whole bunch of bursts I don't like. But someone like
Silver Burst is growing on me personally.
It was like the Honey Burst or something.
I can't describe it.
Any like yellow bursts just look gross.
Really bright bursts, I guess.
Oh, I like the turquoise style, like the ones where it's like darker blue or purple, the turquoise.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Those kind of crazier ones, but like the more traditional ones, I'm like,
what about those less poly kind of like tobacco burst, honey burst, kind of like where you're like, or cherry burst. Cherry burst and tobacco burst. So like those are like quintessential Les Pauls.
Exactly. And those are ones are like, no.
Those got to be like,
no, like, that's a different generation. Like
dentists,
exactly.
rock dentists.
I don't know, man. The cherry burst makes me think of like 70s.
Yeah.
You know, like it makes me think of Paul Stanley. Like I guess thus the dentist thing.
Yeah, miss me.
Back when like music used to be music, man.
Now it's sucks.
But then I say that and I see like MXPX play that. I'm like, you know what? Those are fucking tight. I'll say dumb shit and go like, you know what? Tom plays those. Those are tight.
What about those crackle finishes? Like I've seen Kiesel's doing them, and Warmouth does them now. And I don't know, they're like super. They're kind of in the metals. They
kind of look like cheetah-y.
Yeah,
like blotch it.
Well, they're like a color underneath, and then the crackle is black coat, and then it crackles.
I'm totally about it. That looks cool.
Those are kind of cool. I don't know if I would. It's probably not me, but I would. It's one of those things where you're like, oh yeah, I love that, and then like I couldn't pull it off.
I think it'd be cool. I don't know.
Nah.
Well, I mean,
it's like I think Jordans look really cool. I'm not gonna wear them though.
I think I could wear Jordans.
Dude, I know, dude. I had that same problem. Like, I want a pair of Jordans, and my wife's like, "Don't."
Air Force Ones.
One pair of Yeezys.
Yeah. Definitely not me. I want to rock the Han Solo look, but that doesn't work for me either. So, tall boots, white, with the vest and stuff. Yeah. Not me.
I'm totally like, dude. I could wear Nikes for sure, but I don't think I could wear Jordans.
He's the bad boy of Star Wars.
Han Solo is a bad boy.
Yeah,
he's a bad boy.
Leia wanted him. Come on.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you got any other?
I don't know.
What other things to mention, Will? I know Kyle has something he's chomping at the bit, but let's get you in, Will.
I hate relics. I think I mentioned that. It's
the thing about relics is, let me tell you.
Let's start over on that.
No, the burst thing is. I'm with you on most part. For the most part. I don't know why silver burst has recently started kind of growing on me. I used to hate it, but just like traditional sunburst, I can't.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
You just end the call right now. All right. Yeah. Anyways,
it's a band hammer.
Bam.
That was bullshit.
Traditional sunburst guitar, but
okay.
I don't like it.
Was it you have a Tort pick guard also on yours?
Yeah.
Fucking
rosewood neck. I think it's tight.
Trifecta.
Whatever.
Of lame.
Whatever.
What about candy? Candy, like
I love candy.
Love it.
Candy tones.
Oh. I don't like. There's. I guess what is a candy tone? It's like where it's kind of
it's
metallic.
Yeah, it's like metallic. It's like a metallic coat, and then it has like the rich color, and then it's got like a really thick clear coat.
I don't know. Some of those can be cool, but I know that there's that was like when we were growing up. At least that was the cheaper Mexican made.
Yeah,
like that.
Like the wine.
Even though
colors.
they're great, wine and the green, the olive, whatever the hell that was. It was the green and the blue,
the sage looking.
Yeah, the sage green and what was the blue that you had? Lake Placid
or Lake Placid.
Yeah, blue was always like the cheaper look. Yeah. They were the cheaper guitars, but they were actually great.
Cool. Yeah.
I don't think I have any gripes about those, except that the wine one was like
just looked kind of basic.
That was always the one that people got. I'm like, why did you pick that?
Dude,
I
was pretty sure. I was like, fuck, everybody had a wine Strat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the telly that you gave me
used to be.
It used to be wine
red.
Yeah,
and it was like because it has like you can kind of see it like a jawbreaker.
Yeah,
where it was like it's
chipping
the white to like the wine red to the wood.
Well, hold on, it's white to the wine to a lavender sparkle. Like a metallic tone.
That's so much cooler.
To the sealer and then to the wood.
That's so much cooler than any of those. Why didn't they just do that?
I don't know.
Oh, that's so dumb.
It'd be cool though. I love
he's heating up.
I love the burgundy mist colors.
I don't like that. That sucks.
What?
No, I don't know.
I think
Is that the pink kind of champagne looking one?
It's like a dark pink, but it's
Okay.
metallic.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just automatically went to one.
Like,
red.
no,
So,
dude.
Kyle,
Fuck
why
no.
don't you try some paint finishes on some of your projects?
Probably should. Because
Totally should.
Path of least resistance right now, dude. Thanks for
you.
calling me out. No, I have ideas. I want to finish. I mean, I'm starting new ones, right? But I have things I need to do on, I guess, like guitar, like a bass that I play regularly. So I want to get a bass that, I mean, I can just get from Brian, but I want another bass, get that going, and then I can fix that project, and then I can start probably on this Telecaster. Well, actually, I can do the Telecaster.
Okay.
I'm not playing on stage. But yeah, I have a Telecaster that I can refinish, the one that we were just talking about with the Jawbreaker one. I don't know. What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I've done a couple rattle can finishes, man, and you can actually do some pretty impressive shit. Just YouTube is your friend.
Yeah,
I did an '86 Japanese Strat for a buddy who got it from his uncle, and at some point in the '90s, his uncle got drunk and decided it was a good idea to fucking just spray it with a fucking can of Krylon.
nice.
Nothing wrong with that.
Like over the clear and everything. It was horrible. So I sanded it down, and I told the guy, I was like, look, man, it's probably not going to look any worse than this, but I can't guarantee that it'll be an improvement. But I watched, what's the guy's name, man? Brad Angrove. He has a lot of YouTube channels on finishing guitars and shit. Watched a lot of that, read a lot of stuff, and I used just fucking Walmart Rust-Oleum.
Rust-Oleum 2X.
It's like super high gloss. Ultimate is what it's called.
Okay.
Use that and the clear and buffed it and polished it like they showed in the videos, and it fucking turned out amazing. Like I could probably never recreate that ever again. But
couldn't tell you how it happened, but it did.
I mean, I have like probably close to 80 or 90 cans of spray paint. So
just got to jump into it.
Totally could.
Yeah. Just fucking do it. And like the pink V that I could never get right, I finally just sprayed that bitch with some satin paint, and it looks great.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Cover over
Not
it.
great, but done.
Yeah. It looks done. Looks good.
And what was the process on that? What color was that before?
It was black.
All right.
So I took it all down to the wood, and it had some breaks, and the legend has it was a flood survivor. We had a flood here in 2010. Okay. So it's, there was a split. I had to, glue and clamp everything. And anyway.
Nice.
There was several failed attempts at gloss pink, and I said, fuck it, and sprayed it.
Now it's satin, bitch. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sweet. Do you have anything else for the finish topic, or we move on to the next one?
I think we're done.
Nice.
All right. So I got a topic for you guys.
Give it to me.
I'm a 37-year-old father of 3 that has been out of the playing live game for longer than I care to admit. How the fuck do I get back into it? Because, when I was younger and I was actively playing in bands, like I was a part of the scene, I knew everybody, you know what I mean? It was a close knit, you know how it is. Friends, your friends have got bands, they know friends, blah, 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 blah. I know fucking nothing. I know nobody. I know and I don't want to just show up to shows. Like, I mean, I do that sometimes, I guess. But, I mean, I'm fucking, number one, I'm like 20 years older than everyone at the fucking show at this point.
Yeah, but no one knows. You have to show your ID.
But I feel it's gross. It's kind of creepy. You know what I mean? Like, does your father fucking know what you're wearing? But,
he's finger waving, excuse me.
Yeah. This is bullshit. But, I mean, how do you jump back in? How do you jump back in after being out for over a decade?
I think there's a couple different ways to do it. There's always like a Craigslist or a forum type of way of doing it. I'm sure there's like shit on Facebook or whatever of how to join bands. It depends also your music that you're trying to do. A lot of this has to do with like, I think rock bands and like punk bands and stuff like that. It, could be by going to shows. I know you don't want to do that, but it's like, I mean, if you go to like shows at bars, right, there's generally an older crowd, and you can kind of sense people in bands. They're not like 17-year-olds on stage.
Yeah, Will, for you to shave your 5 o'clock shadow, dude. Just get, and you'll.
No, that has nothing to do with. I think just getting out to shows is a big thing, and even like using like Craigslist or some type of like thing like that does help too. I've met friends and I've known people who started bands from Craigslist.
Yeah.
So like, I know there was a point where we were looking for drummers on Craigslist. We're at a point now which is good that we don't have to do that. We know friends and people, like you said, in the community and stuff like that. It's like, oh, I'm looking, like I can message people and they can kind of point me in the right direction, but you don't have that. So going to shows and like really talking to people is a big thing, I would say. And like kind of like talking, and it's like, honestly, there's a lot of people who are just, they're nice when you go to shows and talk to them because you're all there for the same thing. You're there for music. You're there to like, hang out and have a good time. It sounds like super dumb as I'm saying it, but I'm like, they might know somebody. They may, it's kind of like networking in the IRL is a lot more efficient and better than just like trying to message and put shit out there. Because there's a lot of weirdos on Craigslist. You could try Craigslist, but there's a lot of wackadoo weirdos.
Yeah.
I don't want to go out there and talk to people, Brian. I want it to just fucking happen.
I want it to happen for me. I didn't really sing like what type of shows. I'm sorry to step on you, Kyle.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, just I guess stay up on your chops, man. I mean, I think playing to a click, playing to a drum, like maybe you simulated drums or something on a loop or whatever will help you. But playing with a drummer would probably. There's nothing that really simulates that. But
well, yeah, once you get to that point.
Just a prep. I mean, but I'm saying before, like, maybe you don't want to do it. Maybe just sticking to a click will help you. Maybe you're like, oh, you know what? This isn't what I want to do.
Well, and that's once you get into the practice. Because if you can't play to your band or play to someone else, if you're like, I'm like, oh, I got perfect timing, man. I never need a metronome. Wrong. You do. Right. You should follow a metronome and be able to follow a live drummer.
Yeah.
Because you don't have perfect timing. You can have relative timing, but that's one thing that does it is helpful, Kyle, like staying up on your chops. Because if you get to the point where like, oh, cool, I've networked,
I'm meeting up with these dudes, and then you're like,
you just
oh shit,
fucking suck.
Yeah, that's what I was prepping on. Yeah,
and
that's terrifying. I mean, honestly, like in my position, like I feel like I'm relatively confident in my abilities as a guitar player, but man, at this point, like I had a band, I don't know, from like kind of recently, I guess, from like 13 to like 16.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been, probably 2 or 3 years since I've played out regularly. And we played out, a couple times a month or whatever.
Yeah.
But I want to, I still want to write music. Like I'm not ready to, there's nothing wrong with
covers
doing
and
this
stuff,
if that's your thing, but I'm not ready to go out to pasture just yet. You know what I mean? And play fucking Garth Brooks in a fucking chicken wing restaurant.
You probably make more money than you would if you played originals.
No, absolutely you would.
Well, you're in Music City, dude. So like,
honestly, yeah, shit. You got to
be a fucking Olympian to be average here. Like talking about that, the guys that gig regularly in those cover bands. In fucking insane.
Well, if you gotta think too.
We'll start low, dude.
As much of a mecca as that is for music, there's a lot of people that are feeling the same way as you. That you're like, oh, I can't be that good. I'm like, yeah, because the thing is to be like super virtuoso on guitar. Sometimes that just fucking sucks to listen to, and it's like, okay, that's not a marketable thing. Like whatever, this guy's just shredding for fucking like 45 minutes. I'm like, cool, dude. Where the guy's chicken picking, like, okay, cool, that's 20 fucking
like
minutes.
Sax right there.
He does it on guitar, and it's like, okay, you're like, cool. There's only so many people that like want to listen to that and that will do that. I'm like, but there's a lot of people playing to their abilities and playing to their, what they want to do. I'm like, we never even said what type of music are you trying to play? What music do you want to play?
I don't know, man. I mean, the stuff that I write is kind of a mix between like, I guess like, indie rock and like stoner shit, like kind of heavier,
like doomy kind of deal. I don't even know. What I just throwing buzzwords out. Kyle looks at me like, you fucking idiot.
No, it's kind of like high energy, like rock and roll, like
Gotcha.
riff oriented, like that I'm big into Clutch bands like that. So
Okay, when I say going to shows, I don't mean like the big, giant, like 1,000+ shows, because you'll never talk to anybody there. You might like hang out with somebody at the bar, be okay, cool, see you never. I mean, going to really the dive shit bars, the shows that like, okay, it's like a weekday, it's an all locals show. There's nobody here. There's maybe look up some of the bands that are similar genre that you would like, because you'll talk to people. Because sometimes they're playing in front of 12 people. They want to know everybody there.
Like the story of my life.
Yeah. And it's like, we've done those shows. We have a show coming up in next week. We might be playing one of those shows.
Roll the dice.
Which you guys should check out Playing Without a Pilot at the Amplified Ale Works in East Village on November 16th, Saturday.
But I think it's just getting out there is probably the toughest part.
Really, I think that's the most intimidating part, is really going out there and, like, honestly, going up and talking to people. You have one or two options. Either they're gonna be really nice, or they'll be like, I don't want to talk to you. And you're like, cool. Then you just
aspect of it, like
you just go back. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a fucking raging extrovert, so
I don't need
no
any
problem.
of that shit.
See, I'm completely opposite, where I'm like, it may not sound like it on the podcast, but I'm like really introverted and stuff like that. But it's really taken a bit, to get out there. Because honestly, if you're at home and you only try and find people on the internet, like you're narrowing your view of what you can see. And like, having people like, oh, familiar face, like, hey, I saw this guy at the last show, this show, whatever you're doing, I think that's a big help.
Oh, it happens we need a guitarist or whatever,
Yeah, or even, which there's a lot more need for bass players, so you might have to switch to bass to get into it. Who knows?
Not in this band.
Yeah, I mean, I've only played in other bands as a bass player because there's such a huge need for it. And then like some people have talked to me about like, oh, hey, do you want to play like second guitar? I'm like, nah, I don't have time.
Yeah, everyone wants to play lead,
and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm like, I've played shows too. I mean, just by playing shows, like maybe you can do solo gigs or open mics and stuff like that. I've had people come up and talk to me like, hey, and I'm like, I don't want to play guitar in your band. And then I'm like, I don't know what to say. I'm like, oh no, I'm good. I'm already a guitar player and singer for my own band. I'm just here.
Yeah, thanks the offer, bitch.
Yeah, not to be like an asshole or anything. But sometimes that happens, and just really talking to people and just like putting out the attitude that you're like, hey, I'm here to have fun. I'm here enjoying music. That might be the shittiest answer. I can't think of a better one. I mean, and honestly, like Craigslist and like any type of forums that you're in, like looking for musicians, try it. Because you're gonna.
What pops into my head, dude, and I know like what what you're. I just picture me in a bar being like, "Hey, kids, I'm cool." Like,
hello, fellow children.
Fellow children.
That Steve Buscemi meme.
Yeah, I mean,
hello, fellow kids.
But the thing is, I mean, you're talking to people who, I mean, there's not a lot of like younger 20s kind of guys playing, just a rock and roll kind of thing. They're usually trying to do. I mean,
it's regional, I'm sure.
No, maybe, but I'm like a lot of it, like whatever's like popping is what a lot more of the like younger. I sound like an asshole.
Whatever's popping out there in the streets.
No, people jump towards, because there's a thing with bands, and I didn't want to. I mean, yeah, I'll kind of get into this. There's a very short shelf life with bands. Sometimes it's a year to 2 years. That's all you get, and a lot of bands like pop up. And they dissipate really fucking quick because they didn't make it. If they didn't get hot, they didn't catch a deal, they didn't get into a movie, whatever the case may be, it's not profitable anymore, they're done.
Yeah.
And you see this, like, whatever it's the most popular type of music, if it's like the folk kind of shit, because like, a couple years ago, it was like the like stomping dumb shit. It was like, folky, acoustic-y, where you have like 18 people on stage. And, somebody's playing a washboard and acoustic guitar. Everybody looks like they're at the fucking turn of the century kind of deal. That was super popular.
They're
with
from
like,
the Dust Bowl.
Yeah, Mumford and Sons type thing. And I was like, all these bands in San Diego broke up. And there's like the shitty ass indie rock bands in San Diego. I was talking with somebody about like there was this like huge like beer festival in San Diego. A lot of like local beer companies. There's a big thing here in San Diego with like craft beers and stuff like that. There's a craft beer festival put on by like a magazine in San Diego, a couple radio stations, and beer companies. And it was at like a brand new venue, like maybe like 2,000 capacity here, and it was all local bands. Right. 2 years ago, all of those local bands on that show broke up.
Yeah,
they're all gone. Like they're
beer's
like
still around though.
Yes, and it just shows you whatever the happening thing was. The radio stations and stuff like that gravitated towards it. Like these are cool. They're gonna blow up. We knew them back when. It didn't work. And so some people just like they're gravitating towards whatever. But if you're passionate about whatever you like, I stopped paying attention to those bands because I pay attention to punk rock and rock bands and pop punk and stuff like that I care about. And all these bands are still doing it. They're working hard. They have like, okay, maybe I'm not playing that big festival, but I'm playing a club with, 80 to 100 people here.
Yeah.
60 to 40 people. It's like we're playing it because this is what we love. And if you have music that you love, you have a passion for it, you're going to follow these bands.
Yeah, and it might take a couple tries. The first one, it might just be you're trying to get the experience of playing again and feeling it out,
Yeah, I need to. That's solid. That's solid because I just need to find guys that are into the shit that I'm into. Like I'm not looking to make money. I don't want to tour. Like I am too goddamn old to be sleeping in a van with 4 motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly. Just like I want to have fun and play some shows. Yep. I know my gear. I can, play to a click. Let's do this. I can play to a drummer. I want to jam. I can write. I'll play your songs. And then you'll find something. It might just be like I don't want to like make you like scare you from the Craigslist thing, but try it. Really try Craigslist because you're gonna meet people. It might be like funny stories too.
Yeah. Well, that was the short answer, believe it or not.
And then really going to shows, whatever works for your, I don't know,
this whole thing.
Yeah, whatever works for. I would say going to shows and talking to people.
Yeah,
I don't know. I got nothing else. And really, like what Kyle said, the thing is, you got to in your free time, and then when you're playing, stay up on your chops. I know you're not just like me, just grabbing a Miku pedal and just running it through a bunch of pedals. I'm like,
I'm a fucking genius.
Like, I'm in my own beat lab with my anime figures doing noises. You just play and make sure you're able to go with a groove and stuff like that. I don't know. I guess it's we didn't answer that at all for you.
Yeah. I mean, that was yeah.
Kyle's
I'm assuming you guys know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh yeah, we do.
You'll find it. If not, then I don't know. Then you got to tell us what works. But I think that'll work.
I mean, tell us.
Yeah, tell me. All right. Well, Will, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
It's been a long time coming. Big fan of your podcast. You've been a big support of ours, so thank you very much.
Thanks, man,
for giving us the time here. Friday night with some Natty Lights over there.
Yeah. Long distance Natty Lights.
Long distance Natties, baby.
They're just as delicious.
Okay, so I mentioned your podcast. Where can people?
Anyways,
where or not
that.
Delicious?
No, I think they're good.
I'm actually digging them.
Jesus,
they're way cheaper than Miller Lights, even. So that might be the way to go. Guys. Might be the way to go. Okay, Will, where can people find you? Where can they find the podcast?
On all your podcatchers. Anywhere you get your podcast, you can find us. Just Surprise Me.
And fuck, I guess I'm stepping on you, but we didn't even talk about what you guys do. It's a podcast that you have with RJ from Telly Talks, and then Joseph from Like My Pedals, or Joe, I guess that's what he calls himself.
Jojo, I think is what he's going by now.
No, Joseph. He's a Joseph to me.
The podcaster formerly known as Joseph?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, I don't even fucking know what his name is. I call him Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so you do that show, and your show is mainly just like, okay, we and the whole thing is not to like step on your bit here, but it's like the show is called Just Surprise Me because the three of you guys bring topics each episode. So you guys don't know what the topics are. We're gonna like, hey, I know what I'm talking about. Will knows what he's talking about. Blah, 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 blah. And you guys just throw them out there. And it's,
let me stop you. Let me stop you on that one, Brian. That was originally the plan. But we found out that if we executed that, it turned into three idiots sitting around Googling shit for an hour, which didn't make for very interesting podcasting.
You don't got to bury the lead here. Yeah. So you guys just like talk about random things. So it's a lot of like, it's anything from music to pop culture and stuff like that. So it's not necessarily like a gear music podcast. It's kind of just like conversation between buds. It's a lot of fun. So I would suggest checking it out.
Yeah. The tagline we use is three guys sit around and talk about random bullshit for an hour. And that's a
podcast to me.
Yeah.
Well, we're just two guys that sit around and talk about bullshit
that we do, and especially the stuff that we don't know. So, check out Just Surprise Me, and then thank you, listener, for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you guys like what you hear, you guys can follow along on social media. We're on Instagram at the Tone Jerks, and we have a Facebook group. Search the Tone Jerks, and you'll find it. We have a page. You can like that too. Not a lot going on there, but like it anyway. I think that helps us.
Don't tell them what to do.
Don't tell me. You guys can leave reviews on iTunes. If you guys really like what you hear, you guys can help support the show on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. But if you guys double down for $2 a month, you guys get an extra episode every week. And
worth every penny.
There you go. Just for supporting the podcast. 200. Kyle is going to give us a little bit of a shout out. He's got a listy list. He's going to read it. Give it to me.
All right. We have Andrew Walsh, Adam Rohr from the Let Him Hear podcast, Doug King, Doug Gann, Doug Christ. I love putting them together.
Yeah.
They should be together. You should never separate them.
Yeah, don't ever separate them again.
Yeah, they were crying about it earlier. So, Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Andrew Taylor, Aaron Taylor. I don't know why I said Andrew.
I'm going to leave that in.
No, that's fucked up.
Who dat?
Aaron Taylor, Nicholas Ogburn, Bruce Banana, Colin Smith, Jason Fuzzmonger, Joseph, Will, and RJ from the Just Surprise Me podcast.
Oh, we got the JSM boys, the Jism boys.
Jesus.
I was thinking about that last time.
Waiting to drop that.
I was.
He's been holding on to that one for weeks.
Yeah, I had that.
Jismfecta is right here with us. Jamie Davis, Jim Bowers, Johnny Ray, Nicholas Payson, Sean Fahey, Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop.
The homie.
Whoa! Kevin Equits from Equits Guitars, Steve Mike, Alvaro Viramontes, Co Schneider from the Flippin' Flippers podcast, Brett Alexander, Digger from Fat Foot Effects, Brian from Nutter Guitars, Leon from Pelican Noiseworks, and Clark Griswold.
All right, there we go. Thank you so much, Will. Yeah. Well,
I guess that's it.
See you next time.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.